High above the forest, where the world below fades into a distant memory of sound and movement, there stands a tower of pale stone that rises through the canopy, like a finger pointing toward the stars. Inside, in a circular room lit only by the soft glow of a single candle and the silver wash of moonlight through the open window, you find yourself in a place untouched by hurry or expectation. The air is cool and still, carrying with it the faint scent of night-blooming flowers and the whisper of leaves far below. You move slowly through the familiar evening routine, brushing out long hair with steady, rhythmic strokes, folding a warm quilt over the edge of the bed, setting a ceramic cup of chamomile tea on the windowsill to cool. Each gesture is unhurried and deliberate, as though time itself is soft and stretched thin in this elevated refuge. Outside, the world is a sea of treetops, swaying gently in the breeze, and beyond them, rolling hills that blur into shadow under the deepening indigo sky. There is no sound but the distant hoot of an owl, the occasional rustle of wind against stone, and the quiet creak of wooden floorboards beneath bare feet. You settle by the window, wrapped in a soft shawl, watching the stars emerge one by one, feeling the gentle pull of sleep begin to settle over you like a blanket made of silence and solitude. The tower has been your home for as long as memory stretches back, a place of stone and stillness that rises far above the concerns of the world below. The walls are thick and solid, built from pale gray stone that feels cool to the touch, even in the warmth of summer. And now, in the quiet of evening, they seem to hold the day's last light within them, releasing it slowly as the darkness deepens. The room is circular, following the shape of the tower itself, and everything within it has found its place over time. A wooden bed with carved posts stands against one curved wall, dressed in soft linens and a patchwork quilt that has been mended and remended until its original pattern is nearly lost. A small table sits near the window, its surface worn smooth by years of use, and on it rests a brass candlestick holding a single tallow candle that burns with a low, steady flame. The window is tall and narrow, fitted with glass panes that let in the moonlight and the cool night air. There are no curtains, only wooden shutters that can be pulled closed against the cold, but tonight they remain open, allowing the breeze to drift through the room, carrying with it the scent of pine and earth and the faint perfume of jasmine that grows wild somewhere far below. You stand at the window for a long while, looking out over the forest that stretches in every direction, a dark and undulating expanse that seems to go on forever. The treetops sway in the wind, creating patterns of shadow and silver as the moonlight moves across them, and beyond the forest the hills rise and fall in soft, rounded shapes that fade into the horizon. There is a comfort in this height and being so far removed from the noise and commotion of the world. Up here, the air is thinner and cleaner, and the sounds that reach you are muted and distant, as though they belong to another time or another place entirely. The hoot of an owl echoes from somewhere deep within the forest, a low and mournful sound that repeats at intervals, and you listen to it as you stand by the window, feeling the coolness of the stone floor beneath your feet and the gentle tug of the breeze against your hair. You turn away from the window and move back toward the center of the room, where the candle flickers softly in its holder. The light it gives is warm and golden, casting long shadows that dance across the curved walls and make the room feel smaller and more enclosed. a safe and sheltered space within the vast emptiness of the night. You pick up the hairbrush from the table, a simple wooden thing with soft bristles, and you begin the evening ritual of brushing out your hair. The strokes are long and even, starting at the crown of your head and moving down through the length of it, which falls past your shoulders and down your back, almost to your waist. The motion is soothing, repetitive, and your mind begins to quiet as you focus on the feel of the bristles moving through the strands, smoothing and untangling, over and over again. The hair is soft and fine, and it catches the candlelight as you brush, reflecting it back in faint glimmers of gold and amber. You take your time, counting the strokes in your head without really thinking about the numbers, letting them blend together into a single continuous motion that requires no thought or effort. When you finish, you set the brush back on the table and gather the hair over one shoulder, braiding it loosely so that it will not tangle while you sleep. Your fingers move automatically, weaving the strands together in a simple three-part plait, and when it is done, you tie the end with a strip of soft cotton ribbon that has been used for this purpose so many times that it is frayed and faded. You move to the bed and pull back the quilt, folding it neatly over the edge so that it will be easy to draw up later when you lie down. The sheets beneath are clean and cool, and you smooth them with your hand, feeling the texture of the fabric against your palm. There is a pillow at the head of the bed, soft and filled with feathers, and you adjust it slightly, making sure it is positioned just so. Everything has its place, and everything is in order, and there is a deep satisfaction in this, a sense of rightness that comes from knowing that the space around you is arranged exactly as it should be. You return to the window where the cup of chamomile tea sits on the sill, still steaming faintly in the cool night air. You pick it up carefully, holding it between both hands, feeling the warmth of the ceramic against your skin. The tea is pale and fragrant, with a gentle, floral aroma that rises with the steam, and you bring it to your lips and take a small sip. The liquid is hot, but not scalding, and it slides down your throat with a soothing warmth that spreads through your chest and into your limbs. You take another sip and then another, drinking slowly and deliberately, savoring the taste and the heat and the quiet ritual of it. As you drink, you look out over the forest again, watching the way the moonlight plays across the treetops and the way the shadows shift and change with the movement of the wind. The sky above is vast and clear, scattered with stars that glitter like distant points of light, cold and remote and beautiful. You try to pick out familiar constellations, tracing the shapes with your eyes, but the stars are too numerous and too scattered, and after a while, you stop trying and simply let your gaze wander across the sky, moving from one point of light to another, without purpose or direction. The tea is nearly gone now, and you drink the last few sips slowly, letting the warmth settle into your stomach and spread through your body. When the cup is empty, you set it back on the windowsill and wrap the shawl more tightly around your shoulders, feeling the softness of the wool against your skin. The air is growing cooler as the night deepens, and you can feel the chill beginning to creep into the room, but it is not uncomfortable, only refreshing, a reminder that the world outside continues to turn and change, even as you remain still and quiet within the safety of the tower. You turn away from the window once more and walk slowly around the room, your bare feet making soft, almost silent sounds against the wooden floorboards. The boards are old and worn, smoothed by years of footsteps, and they creak faintly in places, a familiar sound that has become part of the background of your life here. You move past the small wardrobe that stands against one wall, its doors closed and its surface dusty, and you run your hand along the edge of the table, feeling the grain of the wood beneath your fingertips. Everything is familiar, every object and every surface, and there is a comfort in this familiarity, a sense of belonging that comes from being surrounded by things that have been with you for so long that they have become extensions of yourself. You pause by the bed and sit down on the edge of it, feeling the mattress give slightly beneath your weight. The quilt is soft and heavy, and you pull it up over your lap, letting it settle around you like a cocoon. You sit there for a while, not thinking about anything in particular, just breathing slowly and evenly, feeling the rise and fall of your chest and the steady rhythm of your heartbeat. The candle continues to burn on the table, its flame steady and unwavering, and you watch it for a time, mesmerized by the way the light dances and flickers, casting shadows that move across the walls in slow, hypnotic patterns. Outside, the wind has picked up slightly, and you can hear it moving through the trees, a soft, rushing sound that rises and falls like the breath of some great, sleeping creature. The sound is soothing, and you close your eyes and listen to it, letting it fill your mind and push out any stray thoughts that might linger there. The tower feels solid and secure around you, a refuge from the world, and you are grateful for it, grateful for the solitude and the silence and the simple, unchanging routine of your days and nights. After a while, you open your eyes again and look around the room, taking in the familiar shapes and shadows. The moonlight has shifted slightly, and now it falls across the floor in a broad band of silver, illuminating the dust motes that float lazily through the air. You watch them drift and spin, catching the light and then disappearing into shadow, and you wonder idly where they come from and where they go. But the thought does not hold, and soon your mind is quiet again. You stand up from the bed and move back to the window, leaning on the sill and looking out once more. The forest below is a vast, dark expanse, and the hills beyond are barely visible now, merging with the sky in a seamless line of shadow. The stars seem brighter than before, more numerous, and you let your gaze travel across them, following the patterns they make, without trying to name or identify them. There is a peace in this, and simply looking and seeing without needing to understand or categorize, and you feel the tension in your shoulders and neck begin to ease as you stand there, breathing in the cool night air and letting the quiet of the evening settle over you. The owl calls again, its voice echoing through the darkness, and somewhere far below, another bird answers, a softer, more tentative sound. You listen to the exchange, imagining the birds hidden among the branches, invisible in the shadows, going about their nightly routines just as you are going about yours. There is a kinship in this, a sense of shared existence, even though you are separated by distance and circumstance, and the thought brings a faint smile to your lips. You turn away from the window and walk slowly back to the bed, feeling the coolness of the floor against your feet and the gentle weight of the shawl around your shoulders. The candle has burned down considerably, and the flame is smaller now, casting a dimmer light that barely reaches the edges of the room. You know it will not last much longer, and the thought does not trouble you. When it goes out, the moonlight will be enough, And if the moon sets before you fall asleep, then the darkness will be complete. And that will be all right, too. There is no fear of the dark here, no anxiety about what might be hidden in the shadows. The tower is safe, and you are safe within it, and that is all that matters. You sit down on the bed again and draw your legs up, tucking them beneath the quilt and leaning back against the pillow. The mattress is soft and supportive, and you shift slightly, adjusting your position until you are comfortable. The quilt is heavy and warm, and you pull it up to your chin, feeling the weight of it settle over you like a gentle hand. You close your eyes and take a deep breath, filling your lungs with the cool, fragrant air, and then you let it out slowly, feeling the tension drain from your body as you exhale. The sounds of the night continue around you, the wind in the trees, the distant call of the owl, the faint creak of the tower itself as it settles and shifts in response to the cooling air. These are the sounds of home, the sounds that have accompanied you to sleep every night for as long as you can remember, and they are comforting in their familiarity. You do not need to think about them or analyze them. They simply exist, a constant and reassuring presence that tells you that all is well, that the world is as it should be. You open your eyes again and look toward the window, where the moonlight spills into the room in a broad, silvery stream. The light is soft and diffuse, and it illuminates the room in a gentle, dreamlike way, making everything seem slightly unreal, as though you have stepped into a painting or a memory rather than the solid, tangible world. You watch the light for a while, following the way it falls across the floor and climbs the curved wall, and then your gaze drifts to the candle, which is burning even lower now, the flame sputtering slightly as it reaches the end of the wick. You do not get up to replace it. There is no need. The moonlight is enough, and soon you will not need any light at all. You will close your eyes and let the darkness take you, and when you wake, it will be morning, and the cycle will begin again. But that is a thought for later, for another time. Now there is only this moment, this quiet, peaceful moment, and you are content to let it stretch out and fill the space around you, to let it carry you gently toward sleep. You close your eyes once more, and this time you do not open them. You lie still and quiet, feeling the weight of the quilt and the softness of the pillow, listening to the wind and the owl and the faint, almost imperceptible sounds of the tower settling around you. Your breathing slows and deepens, and you can feel the edges of sleep beginning to blur the boundaries of your awareness, making everything soft and hazy and distant. The tower stands tall and silent in the darkness, a solitary sentinel rising above the forest and the hills and the world below. Inside, in the circular room at the top, the candle finally gutters and goes out, and the room is filled with moonlight and shadow. The air is cool and still, and the night is deep and quiet, and you are safe and warm and at peace, drifting slowly and gently toward sleep, letting the stillness and the silence carry you down into the soft, welcoming dark. Time passes, though you are not aware of it. The moon continues its slow arc across the sky, casting its light through the window and moving the shadows around the room in a gradual, imperceptible dance. The wind rises and falls, stirring the treetops and carrying the scent of pine and earth and night-blooming flowers up to the tower. The owl calls again, and then falls silent, and other sounds take its place. The rustle of leaves, the creak of branches, the distant murmur of a stream far below. You lie still and quiet, your breathing slow and even, your body relaxed and heavy beneath the quilt. Your mind has grown still as well, emptied of thoughts and worries and concerns, leaving only a vague, drifting awareness of the room and the night and the gentle pull of sleep. You do not resist it. There's nothing to resist. Sleep is not an intruder or an interruption. It is a natural and inevitable part of the rhythm of your life, as regular and predictable as the rising and setting of the sun, and you welcome it without hesitation or fear. The moonlight shifts and fades, and the shadows deepen, and the room grows darker and more enclosed. The stars continue to glitter in the sky, cold and distant and unchanging, and the tower stands tall and silent, a refuge from the world, a place of stillness and solitude and peace. Inside you are safe and warm and at rest, drifting deeper and deeper into sleep, letting the quiet of the night surround you and hold you, letting the stillness seep into your bones and calm your mind and ease your heart. There is no need to think or plan or worry. There is no need to do anything at all. The night will pass, as it always does, and the morning will come, as it always does, and you will wake and begin the day, as you always do. But for now there is only this quiet, peaceful moment, this deep and restful sleep, and it is enough. It is more than enough. It is everything. The wind continues to blow, and the trees continue to sway, and the tower continues to stand, solid and unchanging, a constant presence in the ever-shifting landscape of the world. And inside, in the circular room at the top, you sleep, your breathing slow and steady, your body still and relaxed, your mind at peace. The night deepens around you, and the darkness is complete, and you are safe and warm and at rest, held in the gentle embrace of sleep, drifting through the quiet hours until the first light of dawn begins to creep over the horizon, and the world below stirs and wakes. But that is still a long way off. For now there is only the night, and the silence, and the stillness, and the deep, restful sleep that carries you away from the world and into a place of peace and quiet and safety. The tower stands tall and silent, a solitary sentinel rising above the forest, and inside you sleep, and all is well, and all is as it should be. The quilt is heavy and warm, and you are wrapped in it like a cocoon, safe and secure and protected from the world. The pillow is soft beneath your head, and the mattress is firm and supportive, and the room is filled with the gentle glow of moonlight, which spills through the window and illuminates the space with a soft, silver light. The air is cool and still, and the scent of night-blooming flowers drifts in on the breeze, mingling with the smell of pine and earth, and the faint, clean scent of the sheets. You are at peace. There is no tension, no anxiety, no worry or concern. There is only the quiet of the night, the stillness of the tower, and the gentle, rhythmic sound of your own breathing, slow and steady and deep. You are safe here, in this place, in this moment, and there is nothing to fear, nothing to dread, nothing to disturb the perfect calm that surrounds you. The night deepens, and the stars continue to glitter in the sky, and the moon continues its slow journey across the heavens. The wind rises and falls, and the trees sway and rustle, and the tower stands tall and silent, a refuge from the world, a place of stillness and solitude and peace. And inside you sleep, your breathing slow and even, your body relaxed and heavy, your mind at rest, drifting through the quiet hours of the night, carried gently and easily toward the dawn. But the dawn is still far away, and there is no need to think about it, no need to anticipate or prepare. There is only this quiet, peaceful moment, this deep and restful sleep, and it is enough. It is more than enough. It is everything you need, everything you want, everything you could ask for. The night holds you gently, and the tower protects you, and the sleep carries you away, and you are safe and warm and at peace, drifting through the darkness, moving slowly and gently toward the light. The hours pass, unmarked and unnoticed, and the night continues to deepen around you. The moonlight fades, and the room grows darker, and the shadows merge and blend until everything is a uniform shade of gray. The wind continues to blow, and the trees continue to sway, and the tower continues to stand, solid and unchanging, a constant presence in the ever-shifting landscape of the world. And inside, in the circular room at the top, you sleep, your breathing slow and steady, your body still and relaxed, your mind at peace. There is no need to wake, no need to stir, no need to do anything at all. The night is long, and the sleep is deep, and there is time enough for everything, time enough for rest, and renewal and restoration. The world outside continues to turn, but you are removed from it, safe and sheltered in your tower, wrapped in the quiet and the stillness and the peace. The quilt is soft and heavy, and the pillow is cool and smooth, and the air is filled with the scent of night and earth and growing things. The room is dark and quiet, and the tower is tall and strong, and you are safe and warm and at rest, drifting through the hours, moving slowly and gently through the night, carried by the rhythm of your own breathing, the steady, unchanging rhythm that connects you to the world and to yourself. And so the night passes, quiet and peaceful and still, and you sleep, deep and restful and undisturbed, and all is well, and all is as it should be, and there is nothing to fear, nothing to worry about, nothing to disturb the perfect calm that surrounds you. The tower stands tall and silent, a refuge from the world, and you are safe within it, safe and warm and at peace, drifting through the darkness, moving slowly and gently toward the light, toward the dawn, toward the new day that waits somewhere beyond the horizon. But for now there is only the night and the stillness and the sleep, and it is enough. The room is filled with the gentle presence of moonlight, though the light has grown dimmer now, softer, as the moon moves lower in the sky. The shadows have lengthened and merged, creating a uniform darkness that is neither threatening nor empty, but rather full and complete, a darkness that holds you and cradles you and keeps you safe. Your breathing continues, slow and even, each breath flowing into the next without effort or thought. Your body has settled completely into the mattress, and you can no longer feel the boundaries of yourself, the place where you end and the bed begins. You are simply there, present and at rest, part of the room and the tower and the night itself. The wind outside has grown quieter now, a gentle whisper rather than a rush, and it moves through the trees with a soft, sighing sound that blends with the other sounds of the night. The owl has fallen silent, and in its place there is only the faint rustle of leaves and the occasional creak of a branch settling under its own weight. These sounds are part of the fabric of the night, woven together into a pattern that is both familiar and soothing, a lullaby without words or melody. The tower itself seems to breathe with you, expanding and contracting in tiny, almost imperceptible movements as the stone cools and the wood settles. There is a rhythm to it, a pulse that matches your own, and you are aware of it in some deep, wordless way, aware of the life that exists even in stillness, the quiet vitality of the world around you. Time continues to pass, but it no longer has meaning. There are no hours or minutes, no markers to divide one moment from the next. There is only the continuous flow of now, a single, unbroken moment that stretches out in all directions, encompassing everything and nothing, holding you suspended in its gentle embrace. The moonlight continues to fade, and the room grows darker still, but you do not notice. Your eyes are closed, and behind your eyelids there is only darkness, a soft and velvety darkness that is warm and comforting. You are not asleep, not quite, but you are not awake either. You exist in the space between, drifting through layers of consciousness like a leaf floating on still water, moving without direction or purpose, simply being. The quilt has molded itself to your body, and you can feel its weight pressing down on you, anchoring you to the bed and the room and the tower. It is a pleasant weight, reassuring and solid, and you are grateful for it. The pillow supports your head, and your neck is relaxed, free of tension, and your shoulders have dropped and softened, releasing the last traces of the day's subtle stresses. Your hands rest on the quilt, one over the other, and they are still and quiet, no longer needing to do anything or hold anything or move in any way. Your feet are tucked beneath the covers, warm and secure, and your legs are stretched out and relaxed, heavy with the pull of sleep. Every part of you has found its place, and every part of you is at rest. The night is deep and full, and the tower stands within it like an island in a vast, dark sea. The forest below is invisible now, lost in shadow, and the hills beyond have disappeared entirely, merged with the sky in a seamless expanse of darkness. The stars are still there, you know, though you cannot see them, twinkling in their distant patterns, cold and remote and eternal. You think of the stars, or perhaps you only dream of them, and in your mind they seem closer than before, more present, as though the darkness has thinned and the distance between you and them has shortened. You imagine reaching out and touching one, feeling its cold, bright surface beneath your fingertips, and the thought is pleasant and soothing, and you let it drift away without holding on to it. Your breathing continues, slow and deep, and with each breath you sink a little deeper into the bed, into the quilt, into the quiet embrace of the night. The tower holds you, and the room surrounds you, and the darkness wraps around you like a second quilt, soft and warm and protective. There is nothing to do, nowhere to go, no reason to move or think or be anything other than what you are in this moment, which is simply here, simply present, simply at rest. The wind has fallen completely silent now, and the world outside is utterly still. There is no sound, no movement, no indication that anything exists beyond the walls of the tower. You are alone, but you are not lonely. The solitude is a gift, a space in which you can simply be, without the need for words or actions or interactions. You are complete in yourself, whole and entire, and the silence around you is not empty but full, rich with the presence of the night and the stillness and the peace. The moonlight has faded to almost nothing now, just the faintest glow at the edge of the window, a suggestion of light rather than light itself. The room is nearly dark, and the shadows have merged completely, creating a uniform darkness that is soft and gentle and complete. You are wrapped in this darkness, held by it, cradled by it, and it feels like coming home, like returning to a place you have always known and always belonged. Your thoughts have slowed to a trickle, and then to nothing at all. There are no more images, no more words, no more fragments of memory or anticipation. There is only the quiet, steady rhythm of your breathing, and the gentle weight of the quilt, and the soft support of the pillow, and the deep, abiding stillness of the night. You are not asleep, not yet, but you are very close. The boundary between waking and sleeping has become so thin that you can no longer tell which side you are on. Perhaps it does not matter. Perhaps there is no boundary at all, only a gentle transition from one state to another, a slow and easy drifting from consciousness into dreams. The tower continues to stand, tall and silent and strong, rising above the forest and the hills and the world below. Inside, in the circular room at the top, you lie beneath the quilt, your body still and relaxed, your mind quiet and at peace. The night surrounds you, and the darkness holds you, and the sleep draws closer and closer, moving toward you like a gentle tide, inevitable and soothing and complete. There is nothing to resist, nothing to fear, nothing to hold on to. There is only the quiet of the night, the stillness of the tower, and the deep, restful sleep that waits to carry you away. You are safe, and you are warm, and you are at peace, and that is all that matters, all that has ever mattered, all that will ever matter. The darkness is complete now, and the room is filled with it, a soft and velvety darkness that wraps around you and holds you and keeps you safe. The moonlight is gone, and the stars are hidden, and the world outside has disappeared entirely, leaving only this small, sheltered space, this quiet refuge suspended between earth and sky. Your breathing continues, slow and steady and deep, each breath flowing into the next without pause or effort. Your heart beats in your chest, a quiet, rhythmic sound that you can feel but not hear, a pulse that connects you to the world and to yourself. You are alive, and you are here, and you are at rest, and that is enough. The sleep is very close now, so close that you can feel it brushing against you, soft and warm and inviting. It is not something to be grasped or pursued, but something to be received, something to be allowed. You do not reach for it, but you do not resist it either. You simply let it come, let it move toward you and around you and through you, filling the spaces between your thoughts and the gaps in your awareness, gently and gradually drawing you down into its soft, welcoming embrace. The tower stands and the night deepens, and you drift, moving slowly and gently through the layers of consciousness, sinking deeper and deeper into rest. The quilt is warm and the pillow is soft, and the darkness is complete, and you are safe and secure and at peace, held in the quiet embrace of the night, moving slowly and gently toward sleep, toward dreams, toward the deep and restful place where all worries cease, and all tensions dissolve, and all is well. And so you drift, and so you rest, and so you sleep, and the tower stands tall and silent above the forest, and the night is deep and quiet and still, and all is as it should be, and all is well, and there is nothing to fear, nothing to disturb, nothing to break the perfect calm that surrounds you and holds you and carries you gently down into the soft, welcoming dark. The hours move forward in their slow, unhurried way, and the night continues to hold you in its gentle embrace. The tower remains, as it has always been, solid and unchanging, a presence that has stood for so long that it has become part of the landscape itself, as permanent and enduring as the hills and the forest and the sky. The stones that make up its walls are old, worn smooth by wind and rain and the passage of countless seasons, and they hold within them the memory of all the nights that have come before this one, all the quiet evenings and peaceful sleeps that have unfolded within this circular room. You are aware of this history in some wordless way, aware of the continuity that connects this moment to all the moments that have come before and all the moments that will come after. The tower has stood through storms and sunshine, through the changing of the seasons and the turning of the years, and it will continue to stand long after this night has passed, long after you have woken and moved through another day and returned once more to sleep. There is a comfort in this knowledge, a sense of being part of something larger and more enduring than yourself, something that exists beyond the boundaries of your own small life. The darkness in the room is complete and absolute, but it is not oppressive or frightening. It is simply there, a natural condition of the night, as normal and expected as the light of day. You have grown so accustomed to this darkness that you no longer think of it as an absence of light, but rather as a presence in itself, something that has weight and texture and substance. It fills the room like water fills a cup, pressing gently against the walls and the ceiling and the floor, surrounding you on all sides and holding you within its soft, velvety embrace. Your body has become so relaxed that you can no longer feel it as a separate entity. The boundaries between yourself and the bed have dissolved, and you exist now as a single, unified presence, part of the room and the tower and the night. Your breathing continues in its slow, steady rhythm, but you are no longer conscious of it as an action that you are performing. It simply happens as natural and automatic as the beating of your heart or the flow of blood through your veins. The quilt remains draped over you, its weight unchanged, but you have grown so used to it that you no longer notice it as a separate thing. It has become part of you, an extension of your own body, and the warmth it provides is indistinguishable from your own warmth. The pillow supports your head, but you are no longer aware of where your head ends and the pillow begins. Everything has merged and blended together into a single, seamless whole, and you are content to let it be, content to exist in this state of perfect rest and perfect stillness. The night outside continues in its own rhythm, following patterns that have repeated since the beginning of time. The forest below is dark and silent, the trees standing like sentinels in the blackness, their branches swaying occasionally in response to currents of air too faint for you to feel. The hills beyond are invisible, merged completely with the sky, and the boundary between earth and heaven has disappeared entirely. There is only the darkness, vast and infinite and complete, stretching out in all directions without end. Somewhere in that darkness the creatures of the night go about their business, moving through the shadows with the confidence of those who belong to this world. Owls hunt in silence, their wings making no sound as they glide between the trees. Small animals scurry through the underbrush, following trails that only they can see, driven by instincts older than memory. But these activities are far away, distant and separate from you, and they do not disturb the peace that surrounds you here in your elevated refuge. The tower continues to stand, and you continue to rest, and the night continues to deepen, and everything is as it should be. There is no hurry, no urgency, no need for anything to change or move or happen. Time itself seems to have slowed to a near stop, each moment stretching out and expanding until it becomes almost infinite, containing within it all the peace and stillness and quiet that has ever existed. Your mind has emptied completely now, and there are no more thoughts, no more images, no more fragments of awareness floating through your consciousness. There is only a vast open space, calm and clear and still, like the surface of a lake on a windless day. Occasionally something moves through this space, a fleeting sensation or a half-formed impression, but it does not linger, and it does not disturb the fundamental stillness that lies beneath. You are not awake, and you are not asleep. You exist in the space between, suspended in a state that is both and neither, drifting without direction or purpose, simply being. There is no effort in this, no striving or trying or working toward anything. You have let go of everything, released every tension and every concern, and what remains is simply this quiet presence, this gentle awareness of existing without needing to do or be anything in particular. The darkness continues to surround you, and the silence continues to hold you, and the sleep continues to draw you down, deeper and deeper into its soft embrace. You do not resist, and you do not cling to wakefulness. You simply allow yourself to be carried, to be moved by forces larger than yourself, forces that know where you need to go and how to take you there. There is a trust in this, a surrender that is not defeat, but rather acceptance, a willingness to let the natural rhythm of things carry you where you need to be. The tower stands in the darkness, rising from the earth toward the sky, a bridge between two worlds. Inside, in the circular room at the top, you lie beneath the quilt, your body still and quiet, your mind at peace. The stones of the tower are cool and solid, and they hold you within their embrace, protecting you from the world outside, keeping you safe and warm and sheltered. The wooden floorboards beneath the bed are worn and smooth, polished by generations of footsteps, and they creak occasionally as the temperature drops and the wood contracts. But these sounds are familiar and comforting, part of the vocabulary of the night. The window remains open, though there is no longer any light coming through it. The moon has set, and the stars, if they are still visible, are hidden behind a veil of clouds, or simply too distant to penetrate the darkness. The air that flows in through the window is cool and fresh, carrying with it the scents of the night, pine and earth, and the faint, sweet smell of flowers that bloom only in darkness. You breathe this air in and out, filling your lungs and then releasing it, over and over, in a rhythm that has become so automatic that you no longer think about it. Your heart continues to beat in your chest, steady and strong, pumping blood through your body, delivering oxygen and nutrients to every cell, keeping you alive and functioning even as you rest. You are not aware of this process, not conscious of the complex systems that work together to maintain your existence, but they continue nonetheless, operating in the background, faithful and tireless, requiring nothing from you but the simple fact of your being. The sleep is very close now, so close that it is almost indistinguishable from waking. You hover on the edge, balanced between two states, neither fully in one nor fully in the other. The boundary has become so thin that it is almost transparent, and you could cross it at any moment, slip from one side to the other without even noticing the transition. But there is no need to hurry, no need to force the crossing. It will happen when it happens, in its own time and in its own way, and until then, you are content to simply be here, in this peaceful, quiet place, suspended between waking and sleeping, held in the gentle embrace of the night. The tower continues to stand, and the darkness continues to surround you, and the sleep continues to call to you, soft and insistent, a gentle invitation that grows stronger with each passing moment. You feel yourself responding to that call, feel yourself drifting closer and closer to the edge, ready to let go and fall into the soft, welcoming darkness that waits below. But still you linger, holding on to this moment, this perfect, peaceful moment, not out of reluctance or fear, but simply because it is so pleasant to be here, so comforting to exist in this state of complete rest and complete stillness. The quilt is warm, and the pillow is soft, and the darkness is complete, and you are safe and secure and at peace. The world outside has faded away entirely, and there is nothing left but this small, sheltered space, this quiet refuge where time moves slowly and nothing changes, and everything is exactly as it should be. You are here, and you are safe, and you are at rest, and that is all that matters, all that has ever mattered, all that will ever matter. Your breathing continues, slow and even, each breath flowing into the next without pause or interruption. Your body is heavy and relaxed, sinking deeper into the mattress with each exhalation, becoming more and more a part of the bed, the room, the tower. The boundaries between you and the world around you have dissolved completely, and you exist now as a single, unified presence, indistinguishable from the darkness and the silence and the peace that surrounds you. The night is deep, and the sleep is close, and you are ready. You have let go of everything, released every tension and every thought, and what remains is simply this quiet awareness, this gentle presence, this deep and abiding stillness. There is nothing more to do, nothing more to think, nothing more to be. You are complete as you are, whole and entire, and the sleep is simply the next step, the natural progression from this state of rest to an even deeper state of peace. And so you drift, moving slowly and gently across that thin boundary, slipping from waking into sleeping without effort or struggle, carried by the rhythm of your own breathing and the weight of your own body, and the soft, insistent call of the sleep that has been waiting for you all along. The tower stands and the night deepens and you sleep, and all is well, and all is as it should be, and there is nothing to disturb the perfect calm that surrounds you and holds you and carries you down into the soft, welcoming dark. The hours pass, one flowing into the next without distinction or separation. The night is long and the sleep is deep, and you rest in the embrace of both, held and protected and safe. The tower stands above the forest, a solitary presence in the darkness, and within it, in the circular room at the top, you sleep, your breathing slow and steady, your body still and relaxed, your mind at peace. The world outside continues to turn, but you are removed from it, sheltered and secure, wrapped in the quiet and the stillness and the deep, abiding peace of the night. The darkness is complete, and the silence is absolute, and the sleep is profound. You are aware of nothing, conscious of nothing, thinking of nothing. You simply exist, suspended in a state of perfect rest, drifting through the hours without direction or purpose, carried by forces too subtle to name and too gentle to resist. The night holds you, and the tower protects you, and the sleep surrounds you, and you are safe and warm and at peace, now and always, in this moment and in all the moments to come. Time loses all meaning, and the night becomes a single, continuous moment that stretches out forever in all directions. There is no before and no after, no beginning and no end, only this eternal now, this perfect, peaceful present in which you rest and sleep and dream. The tower stands, the night deepens, and you sleep, and all is well, and all is as it should be, and there is nothing to fear, nothing to worry about, nothing to disturb the perfect stillness that surrounds you and holds you and carries you gently through the long, quiet hours of the night. The sleep is deep, deeper than thought, deeper than memory, deeper than anything you have ever known. You sink into it as into water, letting it close over your head and fill your lungs and carry you down into its depths. There is no struggle, no panic, no fear. There is only the gentle, inevitable descent, the slow and easy drifting down and down and down into the soft, welcoming darkness that has no bottom and no end. And there, in that deep place, you rest, you sleep. You dream, perhaps, though you will not remember the dreams when you wake. You exist in a state of perfect peace and perfect stillness, removed from the world and all its concerns, safe and sheltered in the embrace of the night. The tower stands above you, solid and unchanging, a guardian and a refuge, and the darkness surrounds you, soft and complete, and the sleep holds you, gentle and sure, and you are at peace now and always, in this moment and in all the moments that will follow. The night continues, and the sleep continues, and you rest in the quiet embrace of both, held and protected and safe, drifting through the hours without thought or worry, simply being, simply existing, simply resting in the deep, profound peace of the night. The tower stands, the darkness surrounds you, the sleep holds you, and all is well, and all is as it should be, and there is nothing more to seek, nothing more to find, nothing more to do, but rest and sleep and dream and be. In this deep place of rest, where consciousness has faded to the faintest glimmer, you exist in a state that is beyond words and thought. The sleep has taken you completely now, drawn you down into its soft embrace, and you rest there, cradled in darkness, held in stillness, suspended in a peace so profound that it seems to extend outward in all directions, filling not just the room or the tower, but the entire world, the entire universe, with its gentle, all-encompassing calm. The tower continues to stand through the night, its stones cool and solid, its presence unchanging. The walls that surround you have stood for so long that they have absorbed the quiet of countless nights, and they release it now, slowly and steadily, filling the room with a peace that is almost tangible. You are held within these walls, protected by them, sheltered from the world outside, and there is a comfort in this enclosure, a sense of safety that goes deeper than reason or understanding. The hours of the night move forward in their slow, unhurried progression, each one blending seamlessly into the next. The darkness outside remains complete, unbroken by any hint of dawn. The forest below is silent, the trees standing motionless in the still air, their branches barely stirring. The creatures of the night have settled into their own rhythms, hunting or hiding or simply waiting, each one following the pattern that has been set for it since time began. Far above, beyond the darkness and the clouds, the stars continue their ancient dance across the sky, moving in paths that were laid down long before the tower was built, long before the forest grew, long before the earth itself took shape. They are constant and eternal, those distant points of light, and they will continue their movement long after this night has passed, long after you have woken and lived and slept again. There is something comforting in this continuity, in knowing that the same stars that watch over you now have watched over countless others throughout the ages and will watch over countless more in the ages to come. Your body rests in perfect stillness, every muscle relaxed, every tension released. The quilt covers you completely, its weight distributed evenly across your form, and beneath it you are warm and secure. Your arms lie quietly at your sides, your hands still and open, no longer grasping or holding or reaching for anything. Your legs are stretched out beneath the covers, heavy and relaxed, and your feet are warm, tucked safely away from the cool night air that drifts through the open window. Your face is smooth and peaceful, the small muscles around your eyes and mouth completely relaxed, free from the subtle tensions that accumulate during waking hours. Your jaw is loose, your teeth slightly parted, and your tongue rests gently against the roof of your mouth. Your breathing continues in its slow, steady rhythm, each inhalation and exhalation flowing smoothly into the next, a continuous cycle that requires no thought or effort, as natural and automatic as the beating of your heart. The pillow supports your head, molding itself to the shape of your skull, cradling you in its soft embrace. Your neck is aligned and comfortable, free from strain, and the muscles that run along your spine are completely released, allowing your back to rest fully against the mattress. You have found the perfect position, the ideal arrangement of limbs and body that allows for complete relaxation, and you remain there, motionless, as the night continues to deepen around you. In this state of profound rest, your mind is quiet and still, empty of thoughts and images and words. The constant stream of mental activity that characterizes waking life has ceased entirely, leaving only a vast, open space, calm and clear and infinite. Occasionally something moves through this space, a fragment of dream or a fleeting sensation, but these occurrences are rare and brief, and they do not disturb the fundamental stillness that lies beneath. The sleep holds you gently, surrounding you on all sides, supporting you from below, covering you from above. It is not a heavy or oppressive presence, but rather a soft and nurturing one, like the embrace of someone who loves you deeply and wants nothing more than your comfort and peace. You rest within this embrace, trusting it completely, surrendering to it without reservation or hesitation, allowing it to carry you through the long hours of the night. The tower stands in the darkness, and within it you sleep, and the world outside continues to turn, following its ancient patterns, moving through its endless cycles of day and night, light and dark, activity and rest. But these cycles do not touch you now. You are removed from them, suspended in this timeless moment, held in a place where nothing changes and nothing ends, where everything is perpetual and eternal and complete. The air in the room is cool and fresh, circulating slowly through the open window, bringing with it the sense of the night. There is a sharp, clean smell of pine, the rich, dark scent of earth, and beneath these, fainter but still present, the sweet perfume of flowers that bloom only in darkness. These scents mingle together, creating a fragrance that is uniquely of the night, a smell that you have come to associate with safety and rest and peace. Your breathing draws this air into your lungs, filling them completely, and then releases it again, a continuous exchange that connects you to the world outside even as you sleep. Each breath brings life and sustenance, and each exhalation carries away the day's accumulated tensions and concerns, leaving you lighter and freer with each cycle. The rhythm is perfect, unchanging, a metronome that marks the passage of time without measuring it, that counts the moments without numbering them. The darkness in the room is absolute, but it is not empty. It is filled with presence, with the quiet energy of the night, with the subtle vibrations of the world around you. The stones of the tower hum with a frequency too low to hear, a resonance that comes from their age and their solidity, from the weight of all the years they have stood and all the nights they have witnessed. The wooden floorboards creak occasionally, tiny sounds that speak of expansion and contraction, of the living quality of the materials that make up this space. Even the air itself seems to have a quality, a texture, a presence that is more than just the absence of light. It presses gently against your skin, cool and soft, and it fills the room like water fills a vessel, completely and evenly, leaving no corner untouched, no space unfilled. You are immersed in this air, surrounded by it, breathing it in and out, and it connects you to everything around you, making you part of the room and the tower and the night itself. The sleep deepens even further, if such a thing is possible, drawing you down into layers of rest that you did not know existed. You sink through levels of consciousness, each one quieter and stiller than the last, each one further removed from the concerns and activities of waking life. There is no bottom to this descent, no final destination where you will arrive and stop. There is only the continuous movement downward, the gentle, endless falling through darkness and silence and peace. In this deep place you are beyond reach. No sound could wake you, no light could disturb you, no thought could trouble you. You are completely and utterly at rest, removed from the world in a way that is both profound and complete. The tower protects your body, keeping it warm and safe, while the sleep protects your mind, wrapping it in layers of quiet and stillness that shield it from all disturbance. The night continues to hold you, and the hours continue to pass, and you continue to rest, drifting through the darkness without awareness or intention, simply being, simply existing in this state of perfect peace. The world outside may change, the wind may rise or fall, clouds may gather or disperse, but none of this affects you. You are insulated from change, protected from variation, held in a moment that is eternal and unchanging, a moment that contains all the peace and stillness and quiet that has ever existed or ever will exist. The quilt remains draped over you, its weight unchanged, its warmth constant. Beneath it, your body maintains its temperature, the complex systems of regulation working quietly and efficiently to keep you comfortable and safe. Blood flows through your veins, carrying oxygen and nutrients to every cell, removing waste and maintaining balance. Your heart beats steadily, reliably, a rhythm that has continued since before you were born and will continue as long as you live. Your lungs expand and contract, drawing in air and releasing it, over and over in an endless cycle. All of these processes continue without your awareness or involvement, working together in perfect harmony to maintain your existence, to keep you alive and functioning even as you rest in the deepest sleep. They are faithful servants, these systems and organs and cells, asking nothing of you, requiring nothing but the simple fact of your being. They do their work in silence and darkness, unseen and unnoticed, and they will continue to do so throughout the night and into the morning. When you wake and begin another day, the window remains open, and through it the cool night air continues to flow, a gentle current that stirs the darkness without disturbing it. The breeze is so faint that it barely moves, just the slightest stirring, enough to keep the air fresh but not enough to create any chill or discomfort. It brings with it the sounds of the night, or rather the absence of sound, the deep silence that falls over the world when the day's activities cease and the night's stillness takes hold. This silence is not empty or void. It is full and rich, containing within it all the potential sounds that are not being made, all the possible noises that have chosen not to occur. It is a living silence, a conscious quiet, a stillness that is aware of itself and content in its own existence. You rest within this silence, held by it, supported by it, and it becomes part of your sleep, deepening it, enriching it, making it more profound and more complete. The tower stands through all of this, patient and enduring, a witness to the night and all its quiet beauty. It has stood through countless nights like this one, and it will stand through countless more, unchanging and eternal, a monument to permanence in a world of constant change. The stones that make up its walls have been weathered by wind and rain, heated by sun and cooled by night, and through it all they have remained, solid and dependable, performing their function without complaint or variation. Inside in the circular room at the top you sleep, and the night continues, and the hours pass, and everything is as it should be. There is no hurry, no urgency, no need for anything to change or move or happen. The world is complete as it is, perfect in this moment, and you are complete within it, resting in peace, held in safety, surrounded by stillness. This sleep carries you through the night, gentle and sure, and you trust it completely, surrendering to it without fear or resistance, allowing it to take you where you need to go. And where you go is deeper still, further into rest, further into peace, further into the quiet embrace of the night. The darkness is complete, the silence is absolute, and the sleep is profound, and you are safe within it all, protected and sheltered and held, drifting through the hours without effort or awareness. Simply being, simply resting, simply allowing yourself to be carried by forces larger and more ancient than yourself, forces that know what you need and how to provide it, forces that ask nothing of you but your trust and your surrender. The night is long, but you do not experience its length. Time has ceased to have meaning, and the hours no longer exist as separate units. There is only this one continuous moment, this eternal now, stretching out in all directions without beginning or end. You exist within this moment, suspended in it, held by it, and you are content, deeply and profoundly content, in a way that goes beyond happiness or satisfaction beyond any emotion or feeling that can be named or described. You simply are, and that is enough. The tower stands and the night continues, and you sleep, and all is well, and all is as it should be, and there is nothing more to seek, nothing more to desire, nothing more to want or need or wish for. You have everything you need in this moment, in this place, in this state of deep and perfect rest. The world may turn, the seasons may change, but here, in this tower, in this room, in this bed, in this sleep, everything is constant and eternal and complete. The darkness holds you, and the silence surrounds you, and the sleep carries you, and you rest deeply and peacefully and completely through the long, quiet hours of the night, moving slowly and gently toward the dawn that will come eventually, but not yet, not for a long while yet. For now there is only the night and the sleep and the deep, abiding peace that wraps around you like a second quilt, soft and warm and protective, keeping you safe, keeping you calm, keeping you at rest in this perfect, peaceful moment that seems to stretch out forever into the quiet, welcoming dark.